You ever stare at your to-do list with like 3 things on it and feel like you're being asked to build a rocket ship with a spoon? And then you spend the next 2 hours yelling at yourself, just do it! What's wrong with you? Here's the secret. Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain isn't lazy. It's in lockdown. And this video is the key to getting it out. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about that specific feeling, that specific awful feeling where you're staring at a simple task, like say, answering an email, and it feels like you're trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark while being heckled. There's a physical weight to it, a dread. It's not that you don't want to do the thing. Oh no, there's a part of you, the part that vaguely remembers what having energy feels like, that's screaming, let's go, check the box, be a person today. But you can't. It feels like there's an invisible wall between wanting to do the thing and actually doing the thing. And this is where the spiraling starts. You numb out. You start scrolling on your phone for about 3 hours, not because it's fun, but because it feels like the only thing that you have the energy for. You feel this profound exhaustion, this lead in your bones feeling like you're trying to walk through a swimming pool full of jello. The world looks at this and calls it lazy. A critical voice in your head probably calls it lazy. But your brain calls it survival. It's a physiological state known as the freeze response. It's a protective mechanism that kicks in when your nervous system feels completely overwhelmed by a threat. And after trauma or long-term stress, that threat can be anything. A pile of laundry, your own expectations, or an inbox full of emails. So that's the problem. But why does it happen? How does a brain that is capable of so much just stop? That's where we're getting into next, the actual neuroscience of the shutdown. Okay, so let's use an analogy. Your brain is a high-performance car. Your nervous system is all the wiring under the hood. Now, your trauma and chronic stress are like a thief in the night. They don't just scratch the paint, they sneak under the hood and they steal the battery. Here's the simple science. You've got an alarm system in your brain called the amygdala. Its only job is to scan for danger and then freak out. Then you've got the adult in the room, the prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of logic and planning. It's supposed to look at the amygdala and say, hey, settle down. It's just an email. It's not a charging rhino. Here's the one thing though. Chronic stress frays the connection between the calm adult and the panicking alarm. The prefrontal cortex gets weaker and the amygdala gets louder and more sensitive. So the alarm just keeps blaring for no reason, flooding your system with stress hormones. Your brain, in its wisdom, decides that if you're in constant, unending danger, the smartest thing to do is conserve energy. You can't fight forever. You can't run forever. So it pulls the emergency brake. It chooses option 3, freeze. It shuts everything down to stop the engine from burning out completely. That is the feeling of being stuck. Your brain isn't broken. It's trying to save you. So yelling, just start at yourself is useless. There's no power. The real question is, how do we find the battery and gently, compassionately start to recharge it? That's the entire next section. This is the owner's manual. 7, count them, 7 ways to actually get your engine running again. When the battery's dead, It needs an external jolt. For an overwhelmed nervous system, that jolt comes from the present moment. The freeze response throws you into a fog of worry. Grounding yanks you back into your body in the here and now. This isn't a 30-minute meditation. It's a 5-minute jumpstart. Use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. Wherever you are, name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can physically feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This forces your brain to stop spinning and pay attention to right now, reminding your nervous system that you are physically safe. Recharge number 3. Stop the power drain with trauma-informed boundaries. Imagine you get a tiny bit of charge in your battery and then you leave the headlights on all night. That's what a lack of boundaries does. For many of us, people-pleasing was a survival skill. Saying yes when you mean no felt safer. But everything yes that goes against your actual capacity is a massive power drain. Setting a boundary is turning off the headlight. It's saying, I can't do that right now. It feels terrifying, but a boundary isn't an attack. It's energy management. Start small. Say no to 1 tiny thing this week. You are the bouncer at the club of your own well-being. So get ready. You don't take a dead battery and immediately try to drive 500 miles. You trickle charge it. A slow, steady current. Same idea here. Do laundry. Well, that's a mountain. It's overwhelming. So let's break it down into a chain of micro actions. Put 1 sock in the basket. Carry the basket 3 feet. Put 1 handful of clothes in the machine. Focus on the tiniest next step. This bypasses the brain's shutdown response. It proves that movement is possible and safe. Each tiny step is a drop of charge in the battery. Recharge number 5. Install a fuel gauge with nervous system check-ins. If you drove your car without a fuel gauge, you'd constantly be running out of gas. Well, many of us live our lives this way, pushing until we're totally shut down. A nervous system check-in is like your fuel gauge 3 times a day. Just pause and ask, what's happening in my body? Is your jaw tight? Breathing shallow? Just notice it. Don't judge it. It's just data. If you're on empty, the next step is a conscious micro recharge. 3 deep breaths, a sip of cold water, and a 2-minute stretch. It's treating your body like a phone on 10%, giving it small charges to prevent it from ever hitting 0. Recharge number 6. Install a better alternator with some gratitude. A car's alternator recharges the battery while it runs. Gratitude does the same for your brain. A trauma-shaped brain is an expert at scanning for threats. It's negativity bias on steroids. It's always looking for what's wrong, which is an exhausting process. A gratitude practice starts to rewire this. At the end of the day, find 1 small thing that wasn't terrible. The sun on your face for 10 seconds, the taste of your coffee, a dumb video that made you exhale a little louder. This practice carves new neural pathways, training your brain to notice moments of safety and peace. Instead of the persecutor, be the challenger who attacks the problem, not the person. Instead of the rescuer, be a coach. Kicking the trauma habit isn't about becoming boring. It's about reclaiming your energy. Drama feels like being alive, but it's a cheap imitation. The real show begins when you realize the whole ridiculous stage play. And if you can see it, you can choose to leave it. If this felt a little too familiar, hit that subscribe button. We'll discuss more ways to tame the beast in the next video. Now, go find some peace